Welcome back to Blind Item Breakdown. Our first item is about Diddy, and this is freaky. I don't know if they are actually getting paid, the item reads, but there are definitely people associated with Sean Combs who are following jurors and looking for things to exploit. Now, in this trial, the jury is not being sequestered, so after trial, each day they leave the courthouse and they go home, which in my opinion kind of scares me because if they were followed home, they could be targeted. This comment reads, I saw a headline yesterday and a key witness disappeared. If anyone knows about this, let me know. With a reply reading, supposedly the prosecutors are having a hard time getting in touch with witness number 3. And this is true. Prosecutors have about 5, 6, 7 witnesses that they're bringing to trial, but witness number 3 is nowhere to be found. They've just disappeared. Another comment reads, I hope the witness who disappeared is in witness protection, despite what the prosecution claims. They would be smart to let Diddy's folks think she's gone and only bring her out at the last moment. Now, I don't know what witness 3 has to say. We know witness number 1 is Cassie Ventura, but it seems like Diddy's team is super threatened by witness number 3, which is why they've disappeared. Another comment reads, I would not want to be on that jury. I would be looking over my shoulder the rest of my life. Now, the Diddy trial has been going on full force. We did a deep dive into Cassie's testimony yesterday on the Let's Get Into It podcast. Diddy is currently in trial, and he's been looking into the eyes of every single person who walks in. All of the jury, all of the witnesses, he is staring them down. Even in some instances, like showing hearts, like throwing up hand hearts, which I think should be against the rules. Diddy has been detained since September of last year. So what is that? 5 months plus 3 months, 8 months he's been locked up. And it's definitely taken a toll on him. I've seen some creators say that he looks like he's a koala. He's all like gray and fuzzy. Diddy was actively involved in the jury selection process, whispering and conferring with his attorneys. He would shake his head in disapproval when a potential juror admitted to watching a recent documentary about him. Diddy even laughed at one point when one man admitted that he struggled to go the full trial without using any pot. Diddy did shake his head in approval at some points, especially for a 30-year-old woman who was arrested for shoplifting a wand from Harry Potter World. I hope the wand is worth it. Also, shoplifting is so like, oh god, it scares me. I just don't ever want to be locked up, so I don't break any rules. So far, we've had several people testify. Like I said, we've had Cassie testify. We've had this guy, Daniel Phillip, who was hired as an escort for Diddy and Cassie. We've also had security at the hotel where Diddy was caught getting physical with Cassie.
The jury just heard from the first witness, and it looks like we found out who took a video of that surveillance footage. His name is Israel Flores, and he was the security guard at the Intercontinental Hotel in March of 2016 when the incident took place. Israel says on March 5th, around 11 a.m., instant services called him about a woman in distress on the 6th floor. He went to go look at the live footage. He said he saw a man pacing back and forth in the hotel hallway. He said when he got off the 6th floor, he saw Diddy sitting in a chair in his robe and socks, and he was acting strangely and giving him a devilish stare. As for Cassie, he said she was cowering in a corner, covering her face, and he told them, if you guys are going to argue, you have to go back to your room. At this point, the video footage that we had all seen had already happened, but Israel Flores hadn't seen it yet. Prosecutors then showed the surveillance video to the jury, and afterwards, Israel said that he had recorded it on a cell phone to show his wife because otherwise she probably wouldn't believe him. A second video was then shown to the jury, which none of us have seen, and it shows Israel Flores trying to calm Diddy down while he was yelling at Cassie in the hallway. Apparently in the video, you can then see Cassie returning to the entryway of the hotel room saying she wanted her phone and her belongings. He testified that he was escorting them back to the room and they were arguing about whether or not she was going to leave, and Diddy was telling her that she was not going to leave.
Our next blind item involves the Kardashians. It reads, speaking of that same family, one of the bosses of their biggest brand was talking about employees not allowed to have a work-life balance, but the boss only bothers to show up in the office a few hours a day, maybe. And this is about the Kardashians and this woman named Emma Grede. And it sounds like Grede is a great last name for Emma. This comment reads, I thought that they were all just figureheads. With the time that they have to vacation, jet off to award shows, and other events, are they really running a business? Now, this reminds me of when Kim Kardashian said that nobody wants to work nowadays.
Get your fucking ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
I've teamed up with DraftKings Casino, and if you are into slots or you just want to try your luck with something new, this is the offer to jump in on. New players, when you sign up, just play $5 and you'll get 350 slot spins instantly on a featured game. That is right, play $5 and you get 350 chances right away. And you'll use our promo code Sloan to go and lock in that offer. Now here's why people keep coming back to DraftKings Casino. It's not just about the spins, they've got exclusive real money games. rewards. DraftKings Casino also holds the record for the largest online casino jackpot in history, and that was $9.2 million that hit in Michigan. That is real money, and they've crowned over 70 millionaires so far. So whether you are into fast action, strategy, or just trying something new, DraftKings Casino has you covered. Download the DraftKings Casino app now by using the link in my description below. Make sure you sign up using our promo code SLOAN, SLOAN, and play that $5 so that you can get 350 spins on a featured game. Thank you, DraftKings, for sponsoring this video, and enjoy. If you have a gambling problem, visit 1-800-GAMBLER or visit DraftKings.com for full terms. Well, Emma is a co-founder of Skims, and she recently went onto a podcast to talk about work-life balance, or rather the lack of. Emma said that one of her major red flags when doing an interview is when someone asks about work-life balance. They're pretty much kicked out the door because there's no such thing. This reminds me of how the Kardashians and Kris Jenner try to skip out on paying their employees, whether it's a nanny, it's a chef, it's security. They try to get away without paying anyone, which is wild because they have so much money. Quote, when somebody talks to me about their work-life balance in an interview process, I'm like, something's wrong with you. You haven't been able to figure that out. That's not the way you win this interview.
Work-life balance is your problem. Like, that's yours to figure out.
Greed appearing on the Diary of a CEO podcast Monday, telling host Stephen Bartlett she considers this a red flag in a job interview.
So can you talk to me about work-life balance in this organization? Sorry, babe. I'm leaving. So when somebody talks to me about their work-life balance in an interview process, I'm like, something is wrong with you.
The 42-year-old mother of four described the expectations she has for her employees.
I don't think the expectation is that anyone is going to have to work 7 days a week in order to get, to have an average job. If you want to be one of those people that's like, at the top of the organization, the chances are you might have to work a little bit more.
Now, if you're going to own Skims, I can understand why you would need to work a little bit more, but these are employees that are below Emma, below Kim, that don't really get any benefits from the business doing well. They just collect their salary. The comments are calling her out, quote, work-life balance is fine for the owner to ignore who makes 20 times my salary. That's a massive red flag. Our next blind item is about Justin Bieber and his wife, HAILEY. It surrounds Mother's Day, which shout out belated Mother's Day to all those mothers out there. We love moms on this channel. This blind item reads, at least with his first post, the north of the border singer was just generalizing hate for a day. In his second, he made it perfectly clear that he was trashing his wife. Now, unfortunately, my mother is over on the East Coast, so I didn't get to spend the day with her, but I did stay on social media and I saw Justin making weird posts about HAILEY. This comment reads, I hope HAILEY makes the right choices for her and her innocent baby. Not her biggest fan, but she doesn't deserve this. Gypsy Gala commented, sometimes I feel sorry for him. He seems so stuck, but it's his choice. I wish he would go to rehab and work on having a life he really wants. Charlie commented, HAILEY is not going anywhere as long as there's money left in Justin's pocket. Now, Justin made this story on his page in which he deleted. He writes a little note on Instagram with the message, love you moms, but Mother's Day sucks ass. ASS. I mean, come on, Justin. It's your first Mother's Day with HAILEY. Do you really need to get cryptic and weird? Justin shared another cryptic message on social media, writing, good luck today to anyone navigating Mother's Day. Which, okay, why the good luck? Justin then posted 2 posts dedicated to HAILEY, one with the lyrics from Party Next Door's song Resentment that read, I want to go above and beyond for you, girl, I swear, and another telling his wife to meet him in the theater room because he wanted to show her something. I don't know what Justin showed HAILEY in that theater room, but then later on that day a mariachi band came through, which is random to me because I fully believe that HAILEY has no idea what they're singing about, and 2, I don't even think she's really a fan of this music, so I don't know if he did this for her or for himself. I mean, I don't speak Spanish, but I would love this. That house looks so nice. Like, can we talk about how nice that house looks? Like, it's beautiful. That background, is that one of their homes? I mean, she's smiling. She's living the life. Justin's posted other odd messages like this one. Love draws us in. Love doesn't condemn. Love believes the best. Love hopes all things and endures all things. He's just preaching on and on again, probably trying to keep himself sane. And I can totally understand. I mean, we just spoke about the Diddy trial, and there's a great chance that Justin Bieber will be brought up in this trial. Probably part of the reason why he shared that he's fearing being exposed, and he's saying that he's been used. Okay, but wait, by who? He wrote, sometimes I think I'm going to get exposed if I tell people how selfish I am. Like if I admit that, maybe people wouldn't like me or trust me, which, you know, we don't really like a selfish king over here on this channel. Justin explained that he feels like if he were to be honest about his feelings of being selfish, that he would be disqualified from the dreams that he had of being included, but said that the more honest he is about things, the more freedom he has. Justin writes that he can't control how he feels when he wakes up each morning, and that in the past, quote, I would find myself even subconsciously blaming God for the bad feeling I woke up with, rather than communicate with him and ask him to help me have a change of perspective, which I totally get. I have a hard time like being negative too, so you know, you have to constantly change your perspective to think positively. Here's our friend Sebastian Soto breaking down another one of Justin Bieber's posts.
He writes, once upon a time there was a little bird named Tweet. Tweet hadn't learned to fly yet, and sometimes he didn't feel very important. He saw other birds flying and thought, I must have to do something special to be loved. One day his mom said, Tweet, you don't have to do anything special to be loved. You are loved just because you are my little bird. Tweet didn't understand at first, but I can't fly like the other birds. I'm not like them, he said. His mom smiled and said, you are loved, Tweet, because you are you. Just like how you love a baby bird, even though they can't fly, you don't wait for them to do something first. You love them just for being who they are. Then he posted this screenshot, said, give me a short answer. If you tell someone who doesn't understand inherent worth, they deserve love, could it confuse them more? Girl, what? Oh, girl, I didn't understand that. Yes, it can confuse them more because deserve sounds like something you earn. And if they don't feel worthy, it won't make sense. Love isn't a you get what you put in kind of thing. It's receiving thing. Still find myself trying to earn love, and it's exhausting. I'm loved no matter what I do.
Shout out to Sebastian. I'll actually be getting lunch with him today, this Thursday that this episode released. So I'll see you later at Cheesecake, Sebastian. One person commented, get over yourself, Justin. Slow down and rebuild beautiful. You have to get back up or you will crash. Start to help others. Another person adds that, Justin, you should visit a hospital because you're not sick, but to see how much pain people are going through, then to come and tell us that you're really that worse than them, which I totally get. I mean, I try to think about what's going on overseas and across the world and think about my problems compared to them. Do you guys ever do that too? It's a nice way to try to recenter yourself, you know? Like, little side note, but I threw out my back earlier this week and I'm like, oh my God, 30 is hitting me so hard. Like my lower back hurts so bad right now. I could barely bend over. Even filming this, I'm like in pain. So if you have any like tips for pulling your lower back and relieving that pain, please comment below because I've been struggling. I was crawling on the ground this morning to this computer and camera. I could not walk. Now, let's talk about Doechii. She is a new artist who I really love, but she's found herself in hot water. This blind item reads that Doechii thinks that she's bigger than the industry and will succeed without it. That is what they all think until we never hear from them again. Not Doechii like giving us Diddy witness number 3 vibes. I mean, I hope she doesn't just disappear. Lori commented, apparently being wheeled out in a covered luggage cart while yelling at her handlers on the way to the gala was a flex too far. Now, we did cover this on Instagram. We got about 3 million views on Instagram of Doechii at the Met Gala screaming and cussing. One thing about me is I get triggered if someone were to cuss at me. If you told me to go pick that shit up or shut the F up, oh my gosh, that is like one of my personal triggers. Like, you don't cuss at me. Maybe it's because like abusive relationships I've been in the past, but I can't handle being cussed at. And if I worked for Doechii's team, I wouldn't be working there long because the way that she spoke to her team over this basic Louis Vuitton outfit is totally not worth it, in my opinion.
Doechii's outfit was revealed ahead of the Met Gala, and it's all the umbrella's fault.
Look at this. So they... Ooh.
Doechii.
Another umbrella. 2 more umbrellas. 2 more umbrellas.
Alright, make a path, everyone.
Clear a path. Move. Clear a path here. Clear a path. You look great.
It's the way she's acting like royalty for me. And if I wish I was one of those sneaky paparazzis. I would have taken that camera real quick, popped it right over and be like, what umbrella? Well, it's honestly not that big of a deal. I don't think she needs to be canceled over it. I think that we're looking at her with a little side eye. But, you know, she did respond to the situation in her own way, posting a video with the caption, "God forbid a girl needs more umbrellas." She added, "All jokes aside, it was an overstimulating night, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. This was the night we all dreamed of, and my team killed it, umbrellas aside." Now, I understand this is a big night for her. She's also got a designer who's dressing her and who doesn't want the outfit to be seen until they're on the red carpet. So who knows what was going on in Doechii's head, but I think this is a lesson for all of us to remember not to speak to people like that. I mean, it's never that serious. Speaking of the Met Gala, let's talk about the Met and Anna Wintour. There have been serious discussions about whether this magazine will be involved with the big May event next year. Apparently, Anna Wintour wasn't pleased with any of it. I mean, let's be real. When does Anna Wintour look like she's ever pleased? I mean, she really does seem like the most miserable person out here. I would hate to be her. This comment reads, "Are fashion magazines even relevant anymore? With so many things being posted online and trends changing weekly, who needs to wait a month for a new edition?" Which is a great question. I mean, I don't look at any magazines. Do you guys look at any magazines? Mystic MC wrote, "The Met Gala is falling out of favor with the public in general. Celebrity worship is a thing of the past, and the event is tone deaf. Their excessiveness is beyond cringeworthy. I don't think there's anything they can do to save it, magazine or not." Now, since the Met Gala, Anna has done some press about her life and why she will never attend an after party. Maybe she's a little too old for the after party. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm a little too old for the after party. With my thrown out back and I'm exhausted after talking to you guys all day, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to go to after party either. And I think Anna, she needs to go to bed. It's funny because A$AP Rocky's grandmother attended a late night after party, yet Anna won't. Seth recently pointed out while she was being interviewed, "Anna, you famously don't go to the after parties," which she jokingly replied that I don't, I live vicariously through Rocky, or more like Rocky's grandmother. Anna says, "By the time the Met Gala is over, I think they're done with me. I'm certainly done with myself at that point. I go downstairs to the war room and I thank the team that worked so hard all night." Now, Anna actually did this interview with A$AP Rocky on Seth Meyers, so let's go ahead and take a look.
Rihanna and Rocky and I and some other people actually had dinner the night before the Met, and he was dropping all these hints, and I was being really English and not saying anything.
She didn't pick them up.
No, I did, but I was being polite.
So your first two kids have R names. Obviously, you and Rihanna have R names. Is this a lock that the third will have an R name, do you think?
For sure.
For sure.
Yes.
Now, an R name would be cute. I don't know what R name would be next. Maybe like Rory. Rory's a cute name. Shout out to the Rorys. Or something classic like Richard. Richard would be cute. Richard Rocky. A PR expert named Sarah advised Anna to end her 3-decade reign and to pass the baton to someone new. I don't really know what A$AP Rocky's career has in store as far as music and things like that. I mean, he would be a cool person to replace Anna Wintour. At least he knows how to smile. We talked about how Julia Fox recently called out Anna Wintour on TikTok, saying that Anna just won't quit. How much longer is she going to keep going? Which I think everyone in fashion is asking that question. Quote, "Julia Fox wasn't wrong calling it stale. She was just early. A new curator could inject the risk, relevance, and radical imagination that Gen Z craves while Anna exits. Quote, "The bigger risk is holding on too long and watching the institution she built become a relic of the past." Currently, as it stands, it doesn't look like Anna Wintour is going anywhere, but I feel like the Met Gala might be more fun next year if she wasn't there.
Hey, Anna Wintour, I am boycotting the Met Gala this year with so much happening at home and around the world. It's not the time. It's not the time for a party like that, at least for me. So I am boycotting the Met Gala this year. I will not be going to the Met Gala. Thank you all so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. I will be boycotting the Met Gala, and I think others should as well. It is not the time for a party like that. I am boycotting the Met Gala. No Met Gala.
Our next blind item is about Taylor Swift. It reads, speaking of setting things up, it was no coincidence that the paparazzi knew where to find Taylor yesterday. It was all set up in advance to get people talking about that instead of Blake Lively's lawsuit. This comment reads that Taylor doesn't need to summon the paparazzi. They're always looking for her. It's stupid to criticize her for having a sweet Mother's Day meal. Follow-up responded saying, always capping for the spoiled brat. She's not sweet, and it's becoming more and more clear from her antics that she was involved in Blake's mess. She's desperately trying to distract. Abby Rock commented, hasn't she reached her level of exposure yet? Time for Taylor to say toodles. Now, Dumois claims that they have some intel on Taylor that they cannot share. Maybe she's engaged, maybe she's pregnant. I don't know, but we did see her out for Mother's Day. I 110% feel like this was planned because Mother's Day is so busy. Nobody really wants to go out on that day because it's just so crowded out. I think this was a chance for her to get some attention. I mean, if I was Taylor, I'd probably be more comfortable being at home. The couple have managed to escape headlines in the past few months, besides the Blake Lively ones. Quote, this is a nice escape for them to finally be able to stay out of the limelight for a bit before they eventually go back in public again. And I don't know what Taylor Swift is cooking behind the scenes. I don't know what Travis Kelce is up to, but there's something going on here. Is it all just them trying to distance from Blake and Justin Baldoni, or is there more going on? It is true that Taylor and Travis have been keeping a low profile. I think that they were dealing with oversaturation within media because people started to get annoyed with them. I mean, Taylor Swift at the last Super Bowl, people were not happy to see her there. So I think them going quiet for a little bit is in their best interest, probably especially during this lawsuit, because Taylor Swift for sure will be a part of it. She was heavily involved in this film, whether she wants to take accountability for it or not.
When it comes to speculations for upcoming events or upcoming releases, the American Music Awards are on May 26th, and a lot of people think that Taylor will either be there or she'll make an announcement surrounding the award show. But personally, I definitely don't think that will be the moment. I don't think it's big enough. This comeback is going to be one of her biggest comebacks ever. I think it's going to take over the world when she eventually does come back, and it's going to be explosive. It's going to be something that she does on her own time, not with another brand like American Music Awards. Either way, it is so awesome to see Taylor out and about. I'm so happy that we got these photos.
Now, like I said earlier, Taylor is trying to disconnect herself from Blake Lively, and they're trying to call this subpoena clickbait. Brian Friedman, Justin Baldoni's attorney, is going to make sure that Taylor is there to say her piece. But Taylor's team, they're fighting back hard, and she's got that Taylor Swift money, so I'm sure she's going to use all the resources she can. She claims that she was never on the set of this movie. She just allowed them to use one of her songs, like 19 other artists approved of. So she's really trying to say, I had no part in this, which to me, I think is BS, because we saw Blake, we saw Justin, all acknowledge that Taylor was a part of this movie.
Taylor Swift subpoenaed in the Justin Baldoni-Blake Lively lawsuit. The superstar's legal team issuing a blistering response, and ABC's Ike Doechii is here with that. Good morning, Ike.
Hey, good morning, Gio. Taylor Swift's representatives are arguing that this subpoena is a publicity stunt meant to draw attention to the case by using the megastar's celebrity status. Swift's team is now strongly denying any meaningful involvement. A spokesperson calling the subpoena, issued by Baldoni's attorney Brian Freeman, tabloid clickbait, and saying Swift never stepped foot on the set of this movie. She was not involved in any casting or creative decisions. She did not score the film, and she never saw an edit or made any notes on the film. And adding that the superstar's only connection to the film was allowing the use of her song My Tears Ricochet, and that 19 other artists also licensed their songs. It's not the first time Swift, known for her close relationship with Lively and A-list husband Ryan Reynolds, has been pulled into the It Ends With Us legal drama. The singer seemingly alluded to in Baldoni's defamation lawsuit filed in January, which alleged that she was at Lively and Reynolds' penthouse during a meeting with Baldoni over script differences.
Our next blind item is about Timmy and Kylie. It reads, the meme actor sees himself as the next Leonardo DiCaprio. Well, that's rich, and that includes the dating life too. I wonder if he told Kylie his plan. Now, we all know that Leo has a theme when it comes to dating women who are 25 and under. And honestly, Timothy doesn't give me that vibe yet, maybe because he's still young. This comment reads that if he wants to be the new Leo, I foresee tons and tons and tons of plastic surgery. Oh my gosh, I can't stand this little Nepo freak. Steve added he already got the jaw implant. Jane Smith writes, okay, Tim is using Kylie for free PR because her family spends millions on it a month, and she's using him for PR too, and she's probably paying him at the same time. Now, I don't know if Timothy's had jaw surgery or any work done. It seems like everyone in Hollywood has had plastic surgery, which I'm like, okay, what do us normal people do? Like, what do I do to keep up so that whenever I'm getting older, I don't look older, you know? But I mean, I don't think Timmy like looks really touched or anything. We'll need to go to Lauryn Hill for that kind of analysis. But Kylie, Jordan Woods, Kendall Jenner, Timothy, they were all at this basketball game. It actually looks like Timothy's spot at the game is worth about $27,000 to go watch a basketball game. Oh hell no. 27. People are just like, money's falling off trees over here in LA, I guess. Now, this is another public appearance from Kylie and Timmy, and it seems like we see them out and about again and again. I just saw them in New York just walking around with no security, which was, you know, cute to see them acting like normal people. Timothy made a big decision to bring Kylie onto the red carpet for the first time recently, and here is someone who reads lips giving us an analysis of what they were talking about while on the carpet.
Jackie, she's the lip reader on TikTok, and she did a lip reading of these two on the carpet, and it is so cute.
I'm coming, maybe. It's scary. You're good. It's too much. Don't go, hold on. That was great. Come here. Okay, I love.
I've thought these two were cute for a while now, but that video just made me love them more. It was the first time they were like debuting on the red carpet, and the fact that it was Kylie that was like, oh, this is scary. We're getting like a shy Kylie. Really do love that. I feel like since it's an event for him, and anytime she goes with him, she really wants it to be about him. She's like, okay, love you, bye, like this is your moment.
Since we just talked about Kylie Jenner and Timothy, let's go ahead and continue with another blind item. While on a very recent red carpet, more fresh scars were seen on the body of the reality star with the lucrative side gig. Didn't she say she was done, or is she trying to make the meme actor happy? This reminds me of a recent blind item we talked about where it looked like Kylie Jenner may have been investing in some new Sydney Sweeneys, if you know what I mean, so that Timmy could enjoy them because he likes, you know, his Sydneys with Sweeneys. You get what I'm saying? This comment reads, this is why they Photoshop and want control over which photos are published of them. Now, I was actually on Reddit and I saw people taking screenshots of pictures of Kylie and pointing out that she did have a little scar on the side. It looks like she got some new Sweeneys. We're not going to go and analyze her boob scar, but I hope you guys believe me when I say it is there. And people are questioning it too. Why is she doing that when she said not too long ago that she was trying to stay away from the operating table? This is not the first time that Kylie's been accused of getting work done or criticized for her weight loss. Kylie spoke to her sister Kendall on their show, saying that she hears nasty things about herself all the time and that she got emotional and admitted to being numb to it all, tired of hearing about people talk about her lip filler. Okay, people, it's more than just filler, right? We all understand that, right? It's more than just a little bit of filler. That is the trade-off when you want to wear risky clothing and show off your, you know, your enhanced body. We're going to see some of the scars and the stitches and the yanks and things like that. Oh gosh, I've been hearing this thing where like you can see where someone has a facelift because behind their ear it'll look like there's lines, like almost like where it's being pulled back, which scares me, but also it interests me. A recent article from Page 6 reads that Kylie and Timothy suffer embarrassing PDA moment at an Italian award show. This is the same night that they walked the red carpet together, and it looks like they had an embarrassing moment when Timothy accidentally, awkwardly missed Kylie's attempt to give him a kiss. Now, this is so terrible. I would hate to be Kylie in this moment, trying to give him a kiss. The cameras are on you both, and he just dodges her. It's honestly giving me Justin and Hailey Bieber energy.
Timothée Chalamet.
Oh, not her going in for the second kiss. Y'all saw that, right? There it is. Look, and she's got her eyes closed too. Oh, sweetie. Oh, Kylie girly. Oh, babe. Yeah, he dodged you like a bullet. Yeah, go back to clapping. One person wrote the ick I felt during this video. Another person commented, the kiss pull away moment is so embarrassing for her. There's no chemistry whatsoever and he can't even fake it. I mean, these two have been dating for 2 years, which is a really long time in Hollywood time, especially when it comes to these industry relationships. So I feel like it's a little bit odd to see these misses because how are you together for 2 years yet you guys are so on a different page? Let's talk about Camila Cabello and her love life. This man named Henry, who she was dating, This item reads that the foreign-born illiterate A-list singer canceled upcoming overseas concerts because her boyfriend wanted her to. That doesn't seem like a very good reason. No one was buying tickets to them anyway, so probably a better reason just to cancel because no one's going to be there but you, Camila. This comment reads, maybe it's time for Camila to settle down. Another person commented that someone needs to tell her that she no longer has a career. This comment reads that you would think that Camila would have a contract and she would have to reschedule those dates regardless of sales. And then finally, people pay to see her in 2025? I can't believe it. Well, maybe it is time for Camila to go and assume a housewife duty. I mean, her man is super rich. She wouldn't need to go and work for money ever again. And she just fired her manager. So it seems like she's over the music industry, which is interesting to see because typically these artists are signed into these album deals and they really can't turn away from their careers, but Camila could care less. And if there's not much of a career there, then I guess she's not really turning away from it, huh? Camila Cabello is supposed to begin her European tour next month in Spain, and it's not entirely clear if this is going to happen with the recent firing of her manager and the cancellation of her shows.
Camila Cabello has departed from her long-term manager, Roger Gold, and I know Fifth Harmony fans are happy about it. Camila actually hired Roger while she was still in the group, making her the only member with a solo manager. But he's actually the one that got her out of the messy contract the other girls got stuck in. It's really surprising she fired him because they were super close. But when these pictures came out, her fans kind of knew something was up. I think this came out during the messy rollout of I Love It when it was released in the middle of the week and it got leaked. And before this, Camila left her record label. I think Camila is making the right decision, but more importantly, I think she needs to switch up her PR strategy. Like her current strategy is just to not address false rumors, and I think that's a mistake. Like the way people said she was copying Brat when her new album sounded nothing like it, it's bizarre.
Our next blind item is about Britney Spears and Ben Affleck. It reads, this permanent A-list actor who sometimes directs is still not admitting all the things he did with the permanent A-list singer. I think he's worried about age issues. We've covered Ben and Britney's relationship before on my main channel, and I totally believe something happened there. This comment reads, Ben probably did hook up with Britney, but he maybe doesn't even remember. I mean, he was an active addict back then. I think what he said on Theo's show was sincere. He probably did feel bad for her when all the craziness went down. Now, for whatever reason, Ben Affleck did do some press recently and spoke about his relationship with Britney. I mean, he didn't give us details, but he spoke about having empathy for her. He says, I don't know because I don't know her, but I do know that the cycle of having people hagger you and yell at you and hassle you and follow you, it seemed like that itself was kind of whipping the whole thing into a tizzy. Who says tizzy anymore? I haven't heard that in forever. Quote, that's the first time I thought that this is kind of weird, unintentional, I think culturally, a bit collectively cruel, where it was taken out of the image. You could see that there are people around waving a stick at a tiger or poking at it. So he's saying that like at this time, he kind of realized that Britney was a different case than any other celebrities because people were taunting her.
Years and years ago, like I really had a lot of empathy for Britney Spears because I remember that it seemed like it's not somebody that I knew or hung out with, but I just like everybody else, you see all this that comes through. And but having had my own experiences myself, I knew like these are people who are following her around in a time where she may or may not have been having difficulty. I don't know because I don't know her, but I do know that the cycle of having people harangue you and yell at you and hassle you and follow you, it kind of seemed like that itself was kind of whipping up the whole thing into a tizzy. So
like they're not helping.
Well, yeah, and they're kind of poking a stick.
Ben explained that the photos taken of celebrities appearing annoyed are the result of them being agitated by the photographers. It's not like they're just taking a picture of you. They're yelling things at you and trying to harass you. Now, Britney has acknowledged her relationship with Ben before, posting on social media in February 2024 that they had kissed in the past. Now, Britney did not give us any more of the dirty details, but when Ben explains to you know, that these paparazzis are harassing you as like the talent walking around, it kind of explains a little bit more of why he's mean mugging every photographer and videographer that he comes into contact with.
Buenos días, Ben. ¿Es cierto lo que dice Britney Spears que vos y ella se dieron un beso?
Our next blind item is about Nick Jonas and his wife, Priyanka. It reads, the A-list singer, solo, and in a group didn't want to be at the big event last night, but his actress wife insisted. And since they each have secrets neither wants revealed, he went. Now, it kind of sounds like Priyanka is blackmailing Nick Jonas to do what she wants because they both know each other's dirty secrets. This comment reads that Nick Jonas looks like he would rather be at home watching a sports game opposed to being an unwilling participant in the Fashion Olympics. Another comment reads, the kiss when they first got out of the car was so forced and unnatural, and he was clearly dressed like he didn't want to be there. I think he just pulled something out of his closet, a far cry from someone of his past over-the-top looks that he did before he was married. Another person asked, why would Priyanka resort to blackmailing Nick? Well, we're talking about the Met Gala, and it was clear that Nick Jonas was not wanting to be there, and it seemed like these two don't even know each other. I mean, you want to talk about lack of chemistry between the Biebers. This right here, they have no chemistry at all. A body language expert broke down Priyanka and Nick Jonas's awkward Met Gala appearance. A lot of people feel like their relationship could be on the rocks. This report writes, it wasn't their outfits that were making headlines this time. It was how they posed together and caught people's attention. Their poses were veering away from romantic and getting more real. Body language experts said that they look like two stars that are married rather than a one-unit power couple. Their poses look independent, less tactical, less flirtatious. Nick seems to have brought out one facial expression with him here, and it's a rather fierce, serious look, aimed at the banks of cameras with no sign of smiling or even gazing at his wife. And looking at them, I mean, it does look like they're just friends. I mean, isn't this how you would hold your friend's hand, like back in like elementary school? In a video of the couple on the Met steps that was posted by Vogue, people pointed out in the comments that they had no chemistry. Quote, they don't even look happy, but love to see them out in public. So glad to see that they're doing all right, but they don't look like a great couple.
Oh, hello Vogue. We're here at the Met Gala 2025.
We're really excited to see the exhibition. I'm wearing Batman.
Bianca Saunders.
You could just tell by Nick's face that he truly doesn't want to be there. But of course, they've got to do what they need to do to stay relevant, especially because no one's really paying attention to the Jonas Brothers and no one is definitely paying attention to Priyanka.
What is it like to go out as parents, I guess? What, like...
It's different for sure.
Yeah.
Our daughter was around today while we were getting ready, and you know, we're going to be checking in throughout the night.
I might have had to tell her that she can watch a movie today because we're
She
going
can
to
watch what?
a movie today.
Oh, of course. What movie?
Weekdays
It's
are not.
weekdays we can't watch movies. It's just for the weekends.
Yeah, but today it's
because
fine.
Mama and Daddy were going to the ball, she said, like
Yes.
Cinderella. So I was like,
That's so cute.
you can watch Cinderella today.
Something about it is so awkward. Also, the mention of like you can't watch movies on the weekdays. Not in my house. After a full day of working, I love to just lay back and watch a movie. Yesterday, I watched a crime documentary. It was like the marriage in the South or something. Honestly, it wasn't that good. It wasn't great. I did watch another show recently with Tina Fey and the guy from The Office. What's his name? I want to call him Michael Scott, but I know it's not Michael Scott. Damn it. But anyways, yeah, I love to go and watch a movie or a television show. And now that I hurt my back, oh my gosh, I don't know what else I can do. I think I'm gonna need to go like lay down the rest of the day. I was gonna go to a grocery store and do all these things, but damn, I don't know what happened to my back. And I heard it like last week too. I heard it like a week ago, and then it got better a few days later. But I'm actually going to try to go to gym here in like 20 minutes because last time I went running, it really like helped loosen my back. So I'm going to try to do that. Hopefully I don't make it worse, but I will see you guys in the comments. Thank you for watching this episode of Blinded and Breakdown, and I'll see you soon. Bye guys.